Ladies and gentlemen, my timeline was yet again cursed this morning by seeing Bonnie Blue, the lady that has slept with 1,000 men, and I think she even got banned from OnlyFans for doing it, is now saying that she will sleep with 2,000 men. And someone wants to know, like, what do you call this? And in order to be a cheeky little shit, I said, you call it an artist. Really upset people. Again, for me, coming from the 2014 era of the internet, like imagining someone just smashing his fists on a keyboard and spurting out at the computer screen because some Romanian called the waifu an artist. It's just like beyond illogical. Like, why can't you just calm down? Like, this is road rage level. Should be a name for it, like cyberspace rage. A lot of people get banned because of it, you know? They start hurling insults. They get reported and then they get banned. It's like, why though? You're not even going to remember this in a couple of months. But the more I think about it, you know, I mean, initially I was being a cheeky little shit, but then I realized that, hold on a little. This is actually what Zoomers do for entertainment. Like, this is shock content. That's why she does it. It's shock content. The same way that when we grew up, we had Beavis and Butthead, and more importantly, we had Jackass. And for those of you who don't remember, like, Jackass had these episodes where they covered an entire swimming pool in elephant feces, and they had people jump in on it, or where they would sit in front of those machines that throw tennis balls to teach tennis players how to hit properly, and they would get the tennis balls into their nuts. Right? So, like, the whole thing was to create shock value, and that's what sells. That's why people click on it. Like, no one liked Jackass in a way that they would try to emulate it, right? Like, no one thought it's cool to jump into a swimming pool filled with elephant feces. But it was fun to watch, because it was shocking. Same like bomb fights. You had this guy going around and paying hobos to beat up with each other or to pull out their teeth for $20. Again, like, people were extremely outraged, but they were also extremely paying for that content. And so we now live in a place where nothing is really that shocking anymore. And so the reason that someone like Bonnie Blue is popular is because it's the shocking content of the Zoomer generation. The entire entertainment industry has been moralized to oblivion by Karens with their diversity, inclusivity, and equity. Like, America completely destroyed its TV shows, its comic books, its video games. And so the only thing left is streamers and OnlyFans girls. And this is what Zoomers do when they want to watch shocking content, right? Like, they don't have bomb fights. They don't have Jackass, which in my opinion were a lot more tame, were a lot better. No, they have Bonnie Blue. And they're not watching it for the pornography, right? Because, like, if they want pornography, they can go to other OnlyFans girls that, you know, they're, like, actually doing porn. Or they can go to actual porn sites. No, they're watching Bonnie Blue for the specific content of getting shocked. It's like, what do you mean? A woman is sleeping with 1,000 men? That's shocking. And then they share it around, whether because they're outraged about it, or whether because they want to hear other people's opinions, or they want to defend the girl from getting attacked, saying that she has a right to do this. But whatever the case may be, it gets trending, and it appears on my timeline, and it curses it. Like, if people were to genuinely just shut the fuck up and allow this thing to pass, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But because it's on my timeline, and because it's trending, now I have to join the bandwagon. And so, I gotta say, I have actually more respect for Miss Bonnie Blue than the men that decide to sleep with her. Because here's the thing, when you look at it, right? Why is she doing it? Well, she's probably doing it because of infamy. Like she wants to be infamous on the internet. She's making a lot of money. I'm willing to bet that at this point she has so much money that if she ever has kids, they don't have to worry a single day in their life. They don't even have to go to school. Like, Bobby would just give them bags of cash and be like, okay, open your own business and see who has the audacity to say anything about me. And you can fire their ass and bring some Indians with H-1B visas, right? Like her kids are set. No, seriously, think about it. Like, if you're her kid, right? Like, she can just put like $3 million in your bank account and be like, okay, go open a gas station. And if that fails, $3 other million, go open a farm. That's probably the future of her kid. This is how much money she's making. Like, she's making hundreds of millions of dollars, okay? Like, she had the BBC documentary. So, from a ideological point of view, yes, she's condemnable. But from, like, a pure logic and reason point of view, I can understand the motivation. It's financial, and it's infamous. Like, some people want to get their names in the news, whether it's bad or not. But I don't understand the men. Like, the men that actually sign up for this, and there's probably going to be, I assume, 3,500 men. In case, like, some don't show up, the show must go on. And you get the opportunity to what? Like, what exactly? Because let's see. Let's do the arithmetic, right? Which is gloriously unsexy. And it has, like, a certain industrial revolution, but for genital vibes. 24 hours divided by 2,000 men, that to me is like 0.012 hours per man, times 60 minutes would mean 0.72 minutes. So a man that signs up for this is going to experience 43 seconds of chewing the burger that probably 1,500 other men chewed before him. And this is assuming no breaks, no water, no food, no bathroom, no sanity, and some kind of a conveyor belt system worthy of a dystopian sci-fi factory. Like, the logistics alone are looking like an OSHA violation with the Pulse. And so, what type of man would be, you know what, I want this. I'm going to sign up for this. Because he's not making millions of dollars, right? Like, and not to mention, getting a prostitute is actually a step up from this. At least you get to enjoy the prostitute. Like, here it's like, what? Again, like 0.42 seconds. And I want you to imagine, like, you're basically going into a place where they poke and prod you. They try to see if you have any STDs. You have to do the blood works and blah, blah, blah. And then you finally get there. And you're sitting in a room with probably like 20 or 30 other men, all going to do the same thing. And then you enter the room where she is, and she's probably on her back, right? Legs spread. She's probably extremely tired. It's not necessarily because of things going in and out of her, but she wouldn't be sleeping, right? Like, she wouldn't be able to go to the bathroom. She wouldn't be able to do anything, because if she does any of that, then the next men that are coming in are going to have even less than 0.30 seconds to do the job. And so, like, even if you have, like, ever seen a streamer that does, like, a 24-hour subathon or something, and you know how they look after 21 hours? It's probably what you're going to get. So you're going to get, like, this woman just in and out, and then go out. And you have, like, cameras filming you and shit. What type of man does that? Because, you know, like, I understand the conversation of, like, what type of woman does that. But at least my mind can come up with a response. Whether it's accepted or not from a moral point of view, that's different. Like, why is she doing that? For money, right? Like, people do a lot of things for money. And so, like, that's my answer. But, like, why would a man then do that? I have no answer. Maybe you guys can tell me. Why would a man ever do something like that? Like, what type of man signs up? Even a simp, right? Like, even a simp that is desperate, you know, like a 30-year-old man, never tasted a vagina and is curious what it feels like. Why isn't he just getting a prostitute? Like, if you're going to demean yourself, right, anyway, and you're basically saying, yeah, you know, whatever, I just, why not do that? And instead, you're going to the Industrial Revolution assembly line. It's insane. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.